Hello guys, and welcome to episode 10 of my Stellaris playthrough, playing as the Schistocerca Alveare, and today it's time to go to war with the Kraal sovereign tribes. At Kraal we have assembled our fleet and we are pretty much ready to go. I believe my transport fleet has arrived. Yes, it has. So we have our transports here ready to drop our swarms onto the enemy planets, and we can sort things out from there. So the other thing we need to do just before we get going is see if there's anything our construction ships can be getting on with. At the moment our systems are looking pretty much up to scratch in terms of mining stations and so on, so we probably don't need to worry about that too much. For our science ships though, there's going to always be new systems that can be surveyed, especially this one. We would like to get access to these 3 desert worlds, and at Schistocerca actually, once I'm finished with this war, I'm just going to pump out loads of new colonists and we're going to go and get those 3 desert worlds. We will also get this Gaia world and any other worlds that look appealing. Then we will attack the Uvzant Union, so plenty to do today and to carry on with, so let's just get this underway. I'm going to unpause it at normal speed. My fleet may as well stay. Actually, it needs to come over to the wormhole generator anyway, so we're just going to move my fleets over to the wormhole generator, and then we can use that to jump into war with the Kraal sovereign tribes. So let's go ahead and start this war. We are well prepared. They should be pretty weak. So they are pathetic in comparison. So they are inferior fleet power, inferior fleet capacity, technology level is equivalent. So they're not too far behind. We might have to be a little bit careful, but we're going to go ahead and declare war. And we are going to do so for all of their planets, I think. Let's just go ahead and add them all. So let me just pause this. My new emperor actually just died. Pretty sure we had a new one last time. Anyway, we have now 2 new traits, minus 30%, minus 35% ship upgrade cost. That's actually really good. And minus 10% ship cost. Amazing. And he's a fortifier. So defense platform build cost and upkeep is reduced by 20%. Defense station build cost and upkeep reduced by 20% as well. And fortress build cost and upkeep minus 20%. That's really, really good. Especially considering we're just about to go to war. That's going to make my corvettes even cheaper to spam out. So let's go ahead and do that. We will build loads of corvettes. Probably just as well I waited for that. And I'm going to spam corvettes mainly because, well, we don't have enough minerals to really spam destroyers at the moment, so spamming corvettes is definitely better and provides us with more power for our minerals. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, let's go ahead and declare this war finally, and we will ask them to cede all of their planets, or at least most of them, because it doesn't look like I can get all of them in the end. So which one are we going to leave them with? Probably Hodjam. So we'll take that one off and we'll put that one on. Okay. So that's 91% war score cost. I'd love to just add that and confirm, but I can't. That's really annoying. So we're just going to confirm that. We are now at war. We are going to go straight to Dermius and attack V Oram, and we will take our transport fleet into the system as well. So let's go ahead and unpause it and get this underway. What I'm probably going to do with my new fleets that are building these corvettes is group them up and make another attack force for a different system. We have a new air. Let's have a quick look at what our air has. Extra lifespan and minus colony ship build cost. Well, that could be quite nice actually. So here we go. Let's get these troops, or this fleet, over towards Vioram. I do not want to destroy these mining stations, so I'm going to try and not engage them and just go straight round to this continental world and take out the space station there. Scientist is leveled up. My transport fleet is just going to hang around the edge of the solar system, whilst my second attack swarm approaches Vioram, or Vioram, whichever way you want to say it. Let's go ahead and give the attack order now. This shouldn't take too long to siege down. They have 4 defensive armies and 6 militia armies. That is their own destroyer. They seem to be coming at me with torpedoes. My corvette there is taking a beating.
Hostile fleet engaged.
The shield's not really doing anything. Seems they are using some sort of plasma torpedoes that go through my shields. But now we are launching our own, and that ship is dead instantly. Now we just got to take out the spaceport. And all is well. It's amazing how much damage they are doing to my corvettes. As soon as all of my ships start firing on this station though, we should destroy it very quickly. Right, now we can attack the surface with the orbital bombardment. We're going to keep it at full, and my transports can make their way over here. Haven't seen their fleet yet, so it might be somewhere else entirely. But if we go day by day, we're causing 39 damage. So this shouldn't take too long for the planetary fortifications to fall. Nearly there. Just waiting for that to happen. Also watching out for my other attack swarms. What we can do is build a fortification over this planet once we take it over, I think.
System survey complete.
That would be quite funny. Just so that they can't take it back. I need to avoid the enemy stations though. So let's go ahead and land the armies on the planet. Now that that has reached 0 planetary fortifications. And my general should lead them to victory.
System survey complete.
It's got plenty of extra morale. Let's see how this goes. We have a lot of army damage just by default, because we are strong. Our slave army seems to be doing the job. It's actually pretty hard to keep track of this. But you can see my slaved armies are remaining healthy while the militia garrison is taking a lot of damage. So they take 2 times 2 more damage because we destroyed all of the planetary fortifications. So that planet is pretty much ours. As for our new technology, well, we may as well head down the planetary power grid now, I think. Or even the quantum energy states would be pretty nice. So we've secured the planet. Let's go ahead and embark them once we have healed them up. So we'll let that happen. In the meantime, let's go ahead and move this fleet to Schistocerca, and we can start attacking an enemy fleet there and destroying the planetary fortifications, ready for our army to arrive once they have rested. Also, I've got this construction ship here, so we can move him over and then he can build a military station over the planet. That should stop it being invaded again. Because sometimes what the AI likes to do is just send like one army to go and take back the planet, especially if you leave it with one army. Because what I'll do is I'll leave one of the slaved armies here and take the rest up to go elsewhere. So they've nearly healed up, and once they have, I will embark them. Okay, so there is a fleet, 831 in strength, not very much. We're going to go around all of these mining stations again and head straight to their capital. So this is their home planet of Speria, which is their new capital since I did take over Kraal, which was their original one. Well, let's get these guys to embark, and we can head them towards Schistocerca. Just need to make sure that they don't run into these mining stations because they will get destroyed.
Evading hostile fleet.
We do have a hostile fleet here. They are coming for my construction ship. And they are leaving their capital abandoned. So, looks like they're going to try and take back via Arm, but if I take their home capital planet off them, then that's going to do a lot more damage. Right, let's continue to build some more corvettes. I'm just going to upgrade this spaceport as well while I'm at it. And if we go into our sectors, they are making a lot of minerals now, so it doesn't look like they're actually using them, which is fine. They're currently giving us 75%.
Station under attack. Hostile fleet engaged.
And it looks like a science ship
Fleet engaged.
came into Kraal and got engaged by my
Situation log updated.
defense platforms. We've now engaged the spaceport here.
System survey complete. Situation log updated.
Perfect. So now we can start the bombardment. My transport fleet has arrived. So if we get them to head towards the planet, they can probably land almost immediately. This planet is being bombarded, but they do not have any armies to take it over in the system. We are engaging a construction ship. Bit of a waste of time, but we will make short work of that, and we can continue our bombardment soon enough. But that's a transport fleet there, going to get wiped out. So this is going to be a much harder planet to attack because they have two leaders here and plenty of defensive armies. What I'm going to have to do is probably build some more armies elsewhere. So let's go get some more slave armies. And they should be able to help us
Hostile fleet engaged.
take over these planets.
Situation log updated.
In the spaceport, we can continue to
Construction complete.
build some more corvettes.
Construction complete.
Now, someone was saying in the comments that it's not a great idea to add undeveloped planets to a sector. But honestly, I actually disagree. Because they do manage themselves quite well, and they do build the right buildings on the right tiles. So that avoids like a lot of micromanagement. And especially when you expand so quickly, it doesn't particularly matter. Now this is going to be an interesting invasion. Because I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to win it. And if I don't, it's not particularly a big deal. But hopefully my general will help us win this one. So we're taking a lot of damage. The good thing is though that they won't heal if we do a lot of damage to them. So this might take a few invasions in order to complete, but at least it's a challenge for once. Are we going to get all my new attack swarms to come to Kraal, and we can engage this 870 strength fleet? Currently losing 11 energy credits per turn, or per month. That's actually a big problem. Mainly because we are building so many of these ships. If I actually make that 100% for now.
Planetary invasion
I can't.
failed.
That sucks. Right, anyway. Planetary invasion failed. We did a lot of damage, but not enough. And my leader died because of that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go into my leaders. And if I can find it. There it is. And we're going to recruit another general. This time with the invader perk. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. On these other planets we can just go for pure assault armies. Because we can't build slave armies there because we don't have the slave processing facility. Let's get a planetary capital on our capital. That would make sense. And we can upgrade this to a physics lab 1. Now the other thing that I might want to do is check the sectors so that to see if the planets have enslaved the right populations, and they haven't over here, so I'm just going to enslave them so that they produce more. So you can see that's gone to green there once they get enslaved. And I'll have to do that probably manually for a lot of the planets, but it's okay. It doesn't take too long. Right, let's get these attack swarms together. We're going to merge all of them. Obviously not the construction ship.
System survey complete.
That's going to be about 1,000 strength. And then we can go engage that other fleet. So, still waiting for our slave army to complete. And let's just have a look at what auto best we currently have on our corvettes. So we have medium shard throwers and small space torpedoes. Interesting. Well, that should do a lot of damage, that's for sure. They're more like hit and run. The only thing I'm wary of is the fact that those crystal shard throwers are pretty inaccurate. So the slave armies are nearly complete. Once we have 6 from each, I'll embark them and we can go from there. So this attack swarm is going to bump straight into the enemy fleet there. I'm going to start to bring reinforcements in here just in case the tide turns towards their favor. They do have 3 destroyers that I have to worry about. Hopefully my corvettes will be good enough. They do have shields, but they are using pulse torpedoes, I believe, or whatever they are. Something that goes straight through my shields, and that really sucks. Whereas I'm having to hammer down their shields, they do not have to hammer down mine, but I do overall more DPS. So this is actually going to be pretty close. I do kind of need an admiral here, but I believe I've reached my limit. Actually, no, we can have more now, so we may as well recruit another admiral. A bit late now, but we can recruit one that has less upkeep cost. That should come in handy.
Hostile fleet engaged. Hostile fleet engaged.
Now we're nearly in negative energy, and that sucks. We need to pick a couple more researchers, so we're going to get level 2 torpedoes, and I'm also going to get the removal of this tile blocker, I think. We don't need federations just yet. Okay, cool. So we desperately need to sort out our energy credits. We've only got a few months to do so as well, so if I just pause this quickly, I'll go to one of my planets and I will build somewhere that gives us energy. So down here, if I get a power plant, you can move this population down there. On this planet, I might get a power plant here as well. That will override the society research, but that's fine. We are making quite a lot of research as it is. Right, on that world everything is fine. I'm just going to quickly go through these other worlds while I have the game paused, because we can enslave some of these guys. We won't enslave the ones that are on energy, because it actually makes them less productive. But as soon as you enslave a few of these populations, most of the time the AI will sort itself out now. They have improved it quite a lot since release. Right, that's all different species, so they must remain enslaved. On this planet, not many buildings actually being built. These guys can be enslaved. If we now go to the sector management though, yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they're not building anymore. Maybe it's because we don't have research focus. Not entirely sure. Okay, anyway, that is fine. We need to make sure our fleets embark, so let's get them off the planets. And we can make them arrive both in Schistocerca to merge. And we will leave our other armies remaining to be built. And we shall unpause and keep the game going. The battle has almost finished over here.
Situation log updated. Situation
And
log
unfortunately,
updated.
we did have to destroy the 2 mining stations, but we can merge all of these craft now. And then we will go and repair. I'm actually going to bring my science ship into here to research all of these research projects. Just because there's no mining stations in the way there to stop me. And I'm also going to do these 2 while I'm there. That will give us research towards whatever they have worked upon already. So we will get insight into their technologies, which is good. So these transport fleets, they should arrive shortly. They are currently at Kraal, and we'll continue to move on shortly. So when they come through the wormhole, they do have a small wind down before they can wormhole jump again. And we're still losing energy quite severely. I might actually have to get rid of a couple of these ships. If we actually split the fleet in half and I disband one of them, then that will, yeah, put us back to positive for now, because we're not actually using that fleet anymore. So here are our slaves, and we shall merge them. And then they can head together towards the planet of Spiria for the second attack. Let's give them the general, and my fleet
System
captain
survey
there
complete.
is a boss. Now it's interesting to see that even though these are Kraal, they currently have the Spirin under their control at Spiria. So I was going to pump more resources into these sectors, but considering we have so many and so do the sectors, it doesn't really make much of a difference if I do that. I don't think it will force them to use any. Yeah, we may as well. Okay, that'll do. But for ourselves, what I'm thinking of doing is just starting to build some colony ships. It may seem a bit premature, but I don't think it's a bad idea at all. We currently don't have much energy to support it, but once we're finished with this war, then we can sort things out after that. So here come our 12 armies of slaves. But unfortunately, guys, that has been my time, so we are going to have to leave it here. The armies might just about land before I end it, but I am going to pause it. So we are going to have to wait till the next episode, guys, to see that battle basically occur, and hopefully we'll take over Spiria and destroy the Kraal sovereign tribes once and for all. We are currently at 84% war score, so we are nearly high enough in order to take the planets we want. But for now, guys, that's all. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.